Fox Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Welcome to Wild Card Weekend, powered by Verizon here in Philadelphia. And it's chilly, but not too cold, but it feels like playoff football, feels like 34 degrees. The wind, not much of a factor. Spanish language broadcast available today on Fox Deportes. Fireworks are going off, the fans in a frenzy. Eagles have won the toss and deferred. And the NFL playoffs on Fox, and here we go. Here's Keyshawn Nixon, the all-pro returner for Green Bay. And gets decked up before the third. I think the ball came out there. Who's going to come out of it? Eagles say they have it. What a start to this. They uncover the pile. A fight for that ball. Wow. Eagles recover.
Wow, exactly the way you can't start. You got to a great player in Keyshawn Nixon, but an absolutely clean hit right on the ball. Knocks it free. Looked like he grabbed it there, but you never know what goes on at the bottom of that pile. Big time hit there by Oren Burks. And he's got it right there, but he's got it. Oh, maybe he gets it back.
Oren Burks, there, the former Packer, forcing the fumble with the big hit, and then Trotter recovered it. What a start for the Eagles on the special teams mistake by Green Bay. Great field position to start for the offense, as Jalen Hurts back in the playoffs again for the fourth time in his career. And they start this drive from the Green Bay 28 with Saquon Barkley in the backfield to rush for over 2,000 yards. Only the ninth player ever to do it. Barkley crowding left. Barkley spinning away. Saquon Barkley down to the 12. Jalen Hurts, you heard Aaron tell you about it. You know, look, it's been a minute, Tom. Aaron mentioned the rust, right? First of all, he's had a great, last 2/3 of the season. But is there a rust as a quarterback when you haven't had live reps in 3 weeks?
Absolutely. I'd be worried about that if I were the Philly coaches. He's thrown about 4 passes in about a month. So how he starts early and getting him into the game is very important. They certainly want to start it with some high percentage throws if I was them.
It's Devontae Smith in motion. Hurts on second down. 4-man rush. Has a lot of time. Looking. Throw it, end zone. Caught for the touchdown. Jahan Dotson. His first touchdown as an Eagle comes in the playoffs.
You got so much time to throw. Like I said, you got the most dominant offensive line in football, and the Packers are trying to be very conscious to not running by Jalen Hurts because he's so dangerous out of the pocket. So you keep him in the pocket, and then Jahan Dotson sitting there in the back of the end zone. So a lot of people we talked about over the course of the week, KB, you and I, Jahan Dotson probably wasn't in the top 5, but making his first touchdown reception of the game, and what a start for the Eagles.
Sure was. Extra point from Elliott is up and good. So special teams forcing the fumble with a big hit from the former Packer Oren Burks off the all-pro Nixon. They recover, they score. Dotson in, 7-zip Philadelphia.
And I don't want to think about it. Something to keep an eye on for a quarterback who is very rarely sacked. Only 14 times this season, guys.
Yeah, we'll watch how he throws early. Thanks, Tom. So what a start for the Eagles. And they'll try it again with Nixon, who fumbled the last one. Gets outside, trying to get up to the 25. Just can't do it. Gainwell was there on the tackle. We got a penalty flag, too. This is at the beginning of the return. Far side of the field. Yeah, it looks like this is going to be on the Packers
During the run, holding, return team, number 86, 10-yard penalty from the end of the play, first down.
Tie the score up.
Here's Love, he's protected, zips it over the middle, high, and it was nearly intercepted by Gardner Johnson. So that first throw, talking about with that elbow, was way off the mark, and it's second down. Eagles load up the line. A couple fakes are going to go up the gut to Jacobs, who gets maybe 2. Here's Love. Pressure. Love stays alive. Throwing deep down the field. No one's home. Incomplete. Got out of a sack. But the Eagles, with that number 1 D, forcing a 3 and out. Good booming punt. DeJean catches and gets tapped right away and holds on. Great special teams coverage by Bo Melton that time. But the Eagles force the 3 and out. They're up 7-0. They'll get it back.
Premium.
Welcome back to Wild Card Weekend, powered by Verizon here at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Green Bay fumbled the opening kickoff. Eagles recovered and scored right away to Jahan Dotson, who didn't have a touchdown the entire regular season, but got him off to a good start here. And you think about where the Eagles are, right? They were such slow starters all year, but now the last couple of weeks are starting to get it going. Behind this Eagles offense, and we're at dinner last night, and you said this is the best offensive line. I never saw a quarterback get that excited for an offensive line talk.
Well, you decide to throw the ball, you got a lot of time to throw it, and then you hand it off, and they lean on the guys, and it's a 4-yard gain. So there's a lot of comfort knowing you got time to stand back in their pocket and read throws out.
Like this, Hurts near side throws, and a great grab by A.J. Brown, diving to haul it in, despite the good coverage from Valentine, and that's good for a first down.
It's a nice, accurate throw.
Hurts, time, floating one near side. Calcaterra, did he keep the feet in? He did. Oh, Grant Calcaterra, nice footwork. Here's man to punt it away. Reed lets it go, and into the end zone it goes, so the Packers will take it on out. So Green Bay gets it back, down 7-0. Beautiful Sunday night in Philadelphia. Here is Jacobs. Not much there against this Philly defense, which has had an extreme turnaround this year. Eagles last year were 30th in the league in total D. Well, guess what? This year they're first. They bring in Vic Fangio, and he's coordinated this D with some really key additions. And, you know, Zach Bond, who's been an all-pro player, coming in, never really played a special teams guy in the middle. You see it there at linebacker. Nakobe Dean's been great. Rookies in the secondary have been awesome. There's Fangio. And so the number 1 D. Jacobs, left side, steamrolls his way across the 40, and he's going to pick up 3.5. Hey, play today's Fox Super 6 free-to-play game. Download the Fox Sports app right now. Enter for free for a chance to win your share of $10,000 in cash prizes.
Tell you one other aspect of losing Elgton Jenkins is this is a very run-oriented offense, but they run inside a lot, and they're running behind a guy who's a very good run blocker. So all of a sudden, you bring in Travis Glover, and he's already adjusting, and whether LaFleur can adjust those big defense tackles, we'll see.
Here is Jacobs breaking tackles. He does that better than anyone, and a short gain again, maybe 2. Third and 3. 4-man rush. Here comes Nolan Smith. Love in trouble. He is sacked.
Wow, just a terrible pass set there by the right tackle, Tom. And you end up giving Smith an inside move.
Smith, 6.5 sacks regular season. That's his first of the postseason. Big kick. Here's DeJean back deep from the 18. stuff up to the 30. That's where the Eagles will get it. Well, something to watch. Jordan Love on that sack. Remember, Tom told you about the elbow injury he had coming in.
I want you to look at why this offensive line is so incredible. Look at the movement they get here on this run by Barkley. The entire offensive line is down the field. They're into the defense. Saquon's 7-8 yards into the defensive line of scrimmage. And now he's sitting in the pocket, moving around, looking right, looking up. And now you uncover 6.7 seconds. That gives your receivers all the time they need to uncover and find open holes in those defenses.
How many times you hold the ball for 7 seconds in your career?
It took me 3 pass attempts for 6.7 seconds.
I thought so.
Yeah, that ball was a hot potato for me.
Barkley looking for a little block. Catch it. Barkley now speed. Cuts up the field. Barkley always a home run threat behind that offensive line. Aaron, I know you love watching this O-line play. This time it's Hurts on the keeper. Gary flushed him out, but Hurts going to turn it into a first down and more as he slides down. Boy, it looked like Rashawn Gary was going to get him for a loss, but Hurts sped right away to pick up the first and grab 10 yards.
You're yelling, you're emotional too. We've seen that from him, and it's obviously he's doing a lot of good, great things for this organization.
Here's Dallas Goedert who gets popped up to the 30. Xavier McKinney. Gainwell's got it and slides his way forward for a first down. He's down near the 25, and that'll move the chains for the Eagles. Barkley back in the game, but Hurts to throw. Looking near sideline as a catch and a first down. It's Devontae Smith who's got his first one of the day. That'll move the chains.
It's a really solid throw there by Jalen Hurts.
Now Jake Elliott on 31-yard field goal try for him. And Elliott punches it up and through. And so the Eagles have themselves a 10-0 lead with 19 seconds to go in this first quarter. And we'll be right back after this message from United.
You're going to like this story because it's about you. When does it start? With a flight time that works for you and him. Where does this story take place? Destinations far, far, far away, or ones you used to call home. And if you need to rewrite it, there's no fee to change your flight. Where should we go next? Well, that's up to you. Because when we built the world's biggest airline, we built it around you.
There you go. Saquon Barkley and the Eagles up 10. And they got that turnover on the opening kickoff. The Keyshawn Nixon fumbled, punched that in for a touchdown. Good looking drive there. And then Jake Elliott, after an 11-play drive, hits the 31-yard field goal. So it is a good start for the Eagles. Nixon again. Looking for a seam. And well played that time. Nolan Smith with the sack earlier on that stop. It's your buddy.
Yeah. Sacked me in the pregame 2 weeks ago.
He did. He did. Jacobs. And not much there. Eagles made it tough sledding for Jacobs so far in the early going. And that'll take us to the end of this first quarter. So the Eagles take advantage of a turnover. They got 10 quick ones on the board. It's 10-0 Philly after one. We start the second quarter 10-0 Eagles, and well, domination, right? Packers mix in a Packers fumble deep in their own territory on the kick return. They did nothing on offense, just 16 yards. And Tom, now, you know, Packers, they need a little juice.
Need a lot of juice. They got to get it from their run game, which has been a little bit of a struggle, but this is an opportunity for Jordan Love to show that he's a real franchise quarterback. Distribute the ball to his wide receiver by committee and get some first downs and keep his defense off the field.
Love going to take a shot going deep down the far side and intercepted. Darius Slay, stride for stride, picks it off.
This guy's a hard guy to throw go routes on. Wicks gives him a move, and Slay catches up, reads the eyes of Wicks, turns around, the ball's right in his breadbasket. He reads it. Normally, DBs don't make those catches. That's why they move you to DB when you're younger, because you can't make them. But in that case, a hell of a play by a great corner Pro Bowler, Darius Slay, making another play for this team. And he's a guy that's always looking for interceptions. It's a huge play for him in this early part of the game.
Blitz coming here from Bullard. It's picked up. Penalty flag 2. Hurts. Room to run. He's going to pick up a first easily, but let's see what the flag is.
And I saw great improvement from a lot of their young players.
He's going to run it here to Barkley. Barkley is a little way to go, and he's going to come up short on a 3rd and long. Get called. You don't want to get called on a penalty. You want to get called on a touchdown. Here's Reed, who can be electric on punt return. 10-0 here in the second. Hurry for this Green Bay offense here is stagnant so far. Here's Jacobs. Left side, not much there. Just a 3-yard game. Here's Love. Goes near side as a good. On 2nd down. It is Jacobs bouncing backwards and losing yards. That's the wrong way for him, and there is Zach Bond for the first time today, who kind of blew that play up. Dean hit the tackle, but Bond right in the middle of it. Love throwing fade far side. It is knocked away at the last second by Rodgers. We told you he subbed in for Slay, intended for Dobbs.
It's actually a run play called.
Penalty, too.
Penalty, yeah. Maybe downfield, but a run play called. Yeah. So when you call the run and then the quarterback decides to throw it, the ball's got to come out of his hands very quickly. Trying to pick.
An eligible player downfield. Offense, number 79. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Interesting. 1st and 15. Jacobs comes back, just taking hit after hit, and every yard so tough to come through. One more time. Pressure up the middle. Love tries to set up a screen, and it is blown up by Nakobe Dean.
Yeah, no chance. Nakobe Dean just sniffs that out right away. Again, another kind of communication stays the same with guys in there that have not had that much play time this season.
4-man rush. Love still in trouble. Flushed away. Looking deep. He's got a man deep. Is he going to connect? No, he had a man. Wilson broke open, but he didn't see him in time, and now it's 4th and long.
Yeah, it just ends up being zone coverage, and he's got him, but just late on that. No high throws over the middle, and no rolls to the left and throw back right. So good decision to at least try to keep 3 points on the board.
As McManus up, and it's missed. No good. The first postseason miss of his career. So after all that, the first good drive of the half. Green Bay's had some issues today, hurting themselves, right? This is the opening kickoff. Oren Burks with a terrific hit. Nixon fumbled. Eagles get it, and they score a touchdown right after that. And then, this is Darius Slay, good coverage with the interception. And then McManus, who's been so good since he was signed for Green Bay, who's gone through so many kickers the last 2 years alone.
This passing game to do something positive, which they haven't done much of today.
Although a lot of room to run. Hurts going to take it. Is he going to make it? Shoulder down. He's short. Up to the 34 he goes. His man. Good high kick. And boy, hit off someone. It goes out of bounds. I don't know if it was Sidney Brown or Jaden Reed. I couldn't tell. Either way, Green Bay will have it. 3:25 to go in the half. They're down 10.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Jeep. There's only one.
10-0 Eagles here. 3:25 to go in the second quarter. 4-man rush. Love just dumps it down, penalty flag. Jacobs, this one's probably coming back anyway.
Wow. So the energy that Brandon Jacobs is playing with, that Josh Jacobs is playing with is awesome. It's just he's about the only guy that I see doing that right now. And penalty on that play.
Holding. Offense, number 79. 10-yard penalty. First down.
To get him the ball. He's obviously producing today, Jordan Love.
Jacobs up the middle, spinning, and another penalty flag. Back behind the line of scrimmage again, and it's going to be another hold.
Wow. Jeez. Yeah.
Holding. Offense, number 79. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Takes us to the 2-minute warning. Packers have some work to do. Philly with the shutout so far, 10-0 here in the first half.
The defensive line's a little bit worn down. You're rushing. You got a little time to make an accurate throw.
Pressure on Love, and he gets it away barely. Boy, that was close to a pick. Vaughn was there to dive on it, but the ruling is incomplete.
Man,
Jalen Carter came flying
The
through
ruling
the
on the
middle.
field is an incomplete pass.
Well, this Elton Jenkins injury has really hurt Green Bay.
tough it out, but that's a tough injury.
2nd and 10. Love zips one. And it's intercepted. Zach Bond has it. Ball in Packers territory, and the Eagles take over. A fairy tale year for Zach Bond. Take a bow from special teams player with the Saints to all-pro with the Eagles.
Here he is right here. Zach Bond in the middle of the defense. And I just don't know what this distribution is. He's not even really guarding that in cut. Love doesn't see him one bit. He's looking to the right side of the field on the in cut. They jam, and Bond's got his eyes on the tight end, reads the eyes. That's just an absolute gift.
And so the second interception by Philadelphia today. Slay got one. This is Bond. What a year for him. Now the Eagles in good position. They're at the 45. They got all 3 timeouts left.
3 turnovers in the first half of a game is absolutely impossible to overcome. You go on the road against a good team. So a lot of soul searching this Packers team's gonna have to do at halftime.
Barkley, right side with a good hole. Barkley chugs his way near field goal position with 31 seconds left, and they call their first timeout. Verizon halftime, what do you got for us? What's coming up, Kurt Menefee?
Coming up on the Verizon halftime, the NFC side of the bracket just taking shape. We'll break down the key plays, plus highlights of Buffalo's win over Denver as the AFC divisional round is set. It's T-minus 28 days from Super Bowl Sunday. KB and TB will see you at the half.
You're the best. Appreciate it.
Time, Green Bay's offense going to need to produce here in the second half. This whole season's on the line.
Here's Reed. Just gets to his knees to corral that with 14 seconds to go in the half. I want to tell you that you should watch the Apple Music Super Bowl 59 halftime show. Catch Kendrick Lamar at the top of his game February 9th on Fox. So we go to the break with a 10-0 lead for the Eagles. First half stats brought to you by Nationwide. Really, the turnovers have been the story, right? You see total yards, not a lot. And the Eagles had those early in the first quarter for the most part. The turnover and touchdown on the opening kickoff, the big difference in this game. And so we go to the break. 10-0 Eagles. They'll get it to start the third quarter. Frustration for the Packers. And Kurt and the guys, the Verizon halftime show comes your way next. Fireworks are going off. The fans in a frenzy.
Big time hit there by Oren Burks.
Caught for the touchdown. Jahan Dotson. Intercepted.
They've got to find a way to turn this around.
Today's game flow brought to you by Progressive as we welcome you back to Wild Card Weekend. Powered by Verizon. 10-0 Philly at the half. They get the ball to start the third quarter. We welcome you to the broadcast booth along with Tom Brady. I'm Kevin Burkhardt.
Challenge in Philly going up against the #1 ranked defense. They're certainly not out of the fight. They got to grind their way out of the hole they dug themselves.
Here's Gainwell actually on the kick return, and check that it was Rodgers on the return. Well, the Eagles get it first, so first their defense on the field against Jalen Hurts, who hit his first 6 passes but has missed his last 7. They'll give it to Barkley. And we go downstairs to Aaron Andrews.
Oren Burks is going to be in for him as he was in the first half.
Yeah, that is a big loss. Here's Barkley up the middle. Stay with Barkley. He's got a first down. You've heard of Always Sunny in Philadelphia. There's always running in Philadelphia. See what we did there? Saquon Barkley running down Center City. He has been amazing. 11 games over 100 yards rushing, most in a season in Birds history. And there's more single season rush yards, the most in team history. Ninth player ever to get to 2,000 yards right there.
Probably not what they were talking about coming out of half right there, KB.
No, that's not it. Here's Mann on the punt.
Wow.
This is a boomer. Reed way back there, backpedaling all the way to the 10. Retreats. And the Eagles had terrific coverage that time. Zach Baun, the guy who made the catch after a 62-yard punt, or made the tackle. Baun's everywhere.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by GMC. We are professional grade.
Oh, it's been a real turnaround for the Eagles defense, right? You look where they were last year. They were 30th in the NFL. They struggled big time. So what do? They drafted well. They bring in Vic Fangio, one of the all-time best defensive coordinators ever. And then they add rookies and DeJean and Mitchell and bring on Baun, give them a real opportunity. And they vaulted to the best offense in the league, second best scoring. They've been incredible. At Fangio, just such a cool story too. He grew up in Dunmore, Pennsylvania as a Philly sports fan. He began his career with the Philadelphia Stars in the USFL. And I asked him, hey, is this cool for you? You grew up an Eagles fan, you're coaching a playoff game. And he said, no one's asked me that.
In the rotation of the defensive front, Jalen Carter, 98. Davis, 90. Williams, 93. Smith and Sweat are just so disruptive. And what they've done today, they allow this secondary. You see the safeties back here. They stay in what we call two-high defense, which is so good to stop the pass. They rely on all these guys up front to stop the run, and they've done a great job containing Jacobs today.
Second and short, Jacobs, nice jump cut, and get taken down. Boy, it looked like he had a seam there, but Quinyon Mitchell comes up from the quarterback spot to make the stop. Again, he's playing for the injured Nakobe Dean. Aaron tells us he's out for the game. Here's Kraft, makes a catch, and breaks the tackle, but Blankenship forces him out. Kind of the thought. Give up the middle, and again, not much there. Wilson, Eagles run defense has been absolutely superb today.
That's a really good picture by Blankenship. Shows up into the defense, starts in a two-high shell, and then boom, drops down into the front to play the run and stops them for a short gain.
Just think about this. Packers have the fourth most explosive plays on offense in the league. Eagles have held them to 2 all day. Blitz coming. Love. Jack as he throws, going deep for Wicks. He's got it! Great adjustment from Dontavian Wicks as Love got hit, and a first down.
You put your safety in a bad position to play man coverage.
Love to throw. Nobody open. Now going, taking a shot to the end zone. It is knocked away. Double coverage for Dobbs, but Avonte Maddox was there to help out Quinyon Mitchell. Now Dobbs is slow to get up.
Jeez, they can't afford that.
Holding. Offense. Number 76. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
Packers move back after a hold. Second and 13 now. In Eagles territory, looking to get on the board here. Love tipped to the line of scrimmage and incomplete.
Oh, wow. Carter doing a good job knocking that ball down. They've struggled in the red area. I'd expect Jacobs to get the ball quite a bit down here.
Like right here. Jacobs dances outside and then upended. And the ball is out. Who's going to recover this? Green Bay gets back on it, but it turns a gain back to the original line of scrimmage. Love. Floating corner again, and it's incomplete. They went that side again to Mitchell and one more time, but could not connect to Malik Heath that time, and it's third and goal.
A lot of pressure coming.
Third and goal. Love. Floating one. Back end zone. Incomplete. Bo Melton, the intended receiver. Again, they try to get Mitchell, and it's fourth and goal.
Completions for Hurts. And he spread the ball around to 6 different receivers. So if I'm them, I'm figuring out ways, probably more, to get A.J. Brown the ball to open this game up a little bit.
There's Rodgers on the kick return up across the 30. He goes.
Dobbs evaluated for a concussion, guys.
Yeah, no doubt. So now the Eagles, can they find offense? They've got 24 yards the last 4 drives. Get it to Barkley. That usually works. To the outside he goes and spun down out across the 35-yard line by Edgerrin Cooper. Barkley's got 71 yards.
This, Saquon Barkley coming over with Jeff Stoutland. There he is talking to Landon Dickerson. A lot of conversation. Jordan Mailata trying to figure things out. So as Nick Sirianni said coming out of the half, they're in a rut and they need to figure this out for this offense.
Yeah, for sure. Here's Hurts. Has a man at Smith. Devontae Smith needed that one. They had not been able to do anything on offense, but that certainly helps for Devontae Smith to deliver and keep the drive moving after 28 yards.
Well, one aspect of running the ball so frequently in defense and an easy third down conversion.
Hurts to throw again. Near side again. Smith again. And up the field he goes and trying to go through a double team. He's going to pick up 9 yards.
Offense, and that's how you rush for 2,000 yards.
Throw it here. Quick throw near side. Good adjustment and a catch by Goddard, who runs over his man. Still on his feet and he scores! What a play by Dallas Goedert. Ran right through Valentine for the touchdown.
Put that on the highlight reel. Go up there, make contact, stiff arm. Look at his face, stiff arm, 2 of them. And looking for more. What a boost having him back. Coach Hafley calls a max blitz, which puts everyone in one-on-one coverage. Jalen Hurts recognizes it, throws the ball out there on a simple diagonal, and Goddard does the rest.
24 yards, a stiff arm got him the last half of it. And what a big play by Goddard. Eagles with a touchdown drive, and Dallas Goedert with the stiff arm to the end zone.
The NFL. I look at receivers who catch balls, run for yards. Are you willing to do the unselfish work that you need to do in order for your team to win games in big moments?
Nixon has had trouble all day long and just gets across the 20 there as we go downstairs to Tom.
Well, you talk about players holding each other accountable. This is Xavier McKinney right on Carrington Valentine trying to find out what happened on that play, and right in his face here, not shouting, not screaming, asking for an explanation, and then later walked over and slammed his helmet
to the ACL, and then lose your other 2 receivers in this game. You're in a tough spot.
Here's Jacobs right up the gut this time and works his way down to the 42. Play fake. Pressure on Love, steps away, throws wow, across his body. That was dangerous, and it's incomplete. Wilson, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. Love kicks it into Wicks, holds on. Ah, good catch by Dontavian Wicks in traffic. Love, quick throw, traffic again, bobbled around, and dangerous and incomplete. And now Wicks grabs his head, and he's okay, I think. Just upset he didn't catch the ball. Ends the third. It'll be a 1st and goal when we come back.
What's Danny doing?
He saved so much bundling home and auto with the personal price plan that he got excited.
Bundle is live!
And bundled football with football.
Bundle, amigo! You got bundle! Bundle is live! Bundle and save with the personal price plan. Field goal.
So do you kick it or pass it?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Right now, but all that, it's felt like this whole game has been not their day, but they're only down by 6. And the Eagles will start it out from their own 30. Hurts to throw it. Blitz is coming. Picked up. Near side. Good throw and catch. It has got it again for a 1st down.
Types of throws. Wouldn't be surprised if Saquon gets this one.
Barkley had a good block on that blitz. This time it's Hurts on a keep. Quarterback design run. Up to the 45. He's going to pick up 5 on 1st down. Done that a couple times today.
But what he does in the second halves of games after this offensive line leans on defense, this is where his big runs come.
Yeah, he's a closer. This time running through people right around the 1st down. Looks like he's got it, and he does.
At least give him a chance to touch it.
Going for it on fourth. This time they do sneak it. Hurts. He's got it by a lot. I guess you could try that when you still have it in your pocket on 4th and 1, right?
Absolutely.
It's time they're going to pass it to him. Looking for a block. Surging down to the 41. It'll be a 3rd down and about 3. You get a penalty at the end of this play. Hang on.
Got him a little, maybe a tackle a little bit late. But just trying to flare that ball outside.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 25. 15-yard penalty, automatic, 1st down.
It gives them free 15. Now they move into field goal range. But they want more with Barkley. Right side in a big hole. And Barkley chugging forward down to the 20.
Got a lot of bag of tricks in this offense.
Let's see if they could finish, though. Gainwell replaces Barkley. Give it to Gainwell. Up the middle, good stutter move. Gainwell with the speed. And Kenneth Gainwell's got a 1st down. Tell you what, he doesn't play a lot because Barkley plays all the time, but he's got some juice.
Hey, reload.
Hurts fires far side. It's complete there. Smith just had the penalty, makes the catch. And he's down to the 16. I think a timeout is called by the Eagles. They're first. So they'll take a timeout. 9:03 to go. Want to remind you that Wild Card Weekend continues tonight on NBC. Look forward to that one with the Bucks and Commanders. It concludes tomorrow night on ESPN and ABC. And then the divisional playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax kick off next weekend. Games on Fox, CBS, NBC, ESPN, and ABC. It's kind of like Christmas morning. We sit there and wait like our phone buzzes. Where are we going? Where are we going?
I know. Where are we going?
I have no idea.
No.
Think I know?
I know.
Find out the same time you do.
I know. We'll have text messages flying back and forth. Hey, we're going here. We're going here.
I'll tell you one thing. Both of those guys are hoping they're on to next week. If the Eagles win, they get a home game. They're the number 2 seed, and they could play really anybody, depending on what happens in the next 2 NFC games. 9:05 left here in Philly. It's Hurts. Pressure up the middle, gets hit as he throws, has a completion though. Goddard again, he's had a good second half, and then he's met there by a wall of Packers inside the 20.
With the theme of protecting the quarterbacks, not my favorite play in the world.
Here's Elliott from 30 yards out to make it a 9-point lead, and he's got it. So Elliott missed the extra point earlier, but true from 30, and the Eagles make it a 2-possession game with 7:33 left.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by T-Mobile, America's largest 5G network.
Let's take a look at today's next-gen stats powered by AWS. A little pass rush matchup here, Tom.
Yeah, really good one. Zach Tom going against Nolan Smith, gets the chip, but still that relentless pressure, and all these edge rushers get chipped now. This is the up and under. Once you get the outside move, you set up the inside move. In this one, Zach Tom just oversets from the snap and gives himself no chance. So really a great matchup all day. Nolan Smith, part of that rotational defensive line that's so disruptive, allows them to play this Vic Fangio too-high scheme so well, and done a great job all day pressuring from the perimeter, but as well as that interior of the pocket's got a lot of pressure today as well.
I think both D lines for each team has played really, really well, right? And the Eagles maybe have some more names, but Green Bay's defensive line just so solid. So it's been a hard-fought, physical game. Eagles with that field goal, though, up by 9 now, 7:33 to go. And the short kick goes out of the end zone. Did that get to the end zone, or was it short? And they say it did get to the end zone. So A.J. Brown, well, we're figuring that out. He, he's a little frustrated. Obviously, he hasn't seen too many balls today. He's going to read a little passage here.
Yeah, I haven't seen too many people read books, but I've seen a quarterback eat a hot dog. Certainly not in the playoffs.
That's cool, calm, and collected. By the way, they talked about it. That ball landed at the half-yard line, not in the end zone.
Tackling for a defense, sometimes they don't want to do it. You got to force them to get you on the ground.
Going to run it here to Wilson. It gives him a little bit of a break.
Definitely get into a pass right here.
Nope. Going to run it. How about that? And it runs into a brick wall. Nothing doing for Emmanuel Wilson.
Just too many bodies in there to run that ball.
This is huge. 4th and 3 with 5:20 left, down 2 possessions. They got to go.
Yeah, and they don't have Josh Jacobs in there. No running here.
Love near side. He's out of bounds. He did not get the feet in, and the Eagles will take over.
He's gone to that out cut several times to Tucker Kraft, and this time to Heath. Ball slightly behind, and there's a heel that's come down out of bounds. Desperate. Well, with the season on the line and Josh Jacobs not on the field on 3rd down, they choose to hand it off with a lot of bodies in there. And then on 4th down, throw the ball to the field, and you got him outflanked, and it's just an inaccurate pass high and outside, and there's frustration there by Heath, frustration by Love. We saw the frustration by LaFleur. Certainly expecting a higher level of detail and execution in the biggest moment of the season. They just have not had it all day today.
Now the Eagles with a chance to put the hammer down, up by 9, under 5 to go. You could bet it's going to be a heavy dose of Saquon Barkley here. Here's the first time, Barkley up the gut, Barkley. And he's got 4 on 1st down, maybe 5. Barkley again, patiently looking for a little seam. It is not there. Slayton was there, Van Ness and others played well, and the fans don't like that, and they're going to get the penalty.
Can't do that.
Boy, oh boy. Instead of a 2nd down stuff, you're going to give him a 1st down and 15 yards.
Frustration, disbelief there by Coach LaFleur. This is absolutely unacceptable.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 93, 15-yard penalty, automatic, 1st down.
So the Packers showing you some issues here. What's going on down there, Tom?
Well, when we spoke to Matt LaFleur, remember, KB, he stressed to us the importance of keeping composure.
If you just flipped us on, talk about the game the way it started. It was the first play. It's the opening kickoff. Warren Burks with a big hit on Keyshawn Nixon. Eagles recovered. And then Jahan Dotson, first touchdown as an Eagle, put him up. This was pretty big time. Dallas Goedert, stiff arm. Carrington Valentine made it a 2-possession game, 13 points, but Josh Jacobs got him back in it, and this was a missed opportunity right there. Packers, as that throw was not accurate, Heath comes down out of bounds, and so it kept it a 9-point lead. Now the Eagles just trying to knock some more time off and add to their lead. It's been a defensive game, no doubt about it. The Eagles have 3 takeaways in this game, and the touchdown. Hasn't been much. Explosive plays hard to come by.
Yeah.
Now it's Elliott. And that kick is up, and it's perfect. So it's 12 points for the Eagles with 3:12 to go. You know, these two teams have a playoff history. And the most famous, the title game in 1960. The only title game that Vince Lombardi ever lost, right? I mean, you go back to that one, and of course, how did it finish? Well, it finished with Chuck Bednarik on Jim Taylor. Kind of sat on him, wouldn't get up. Game over. Eagles win. 1960. There's been some memorable ones with these two teams, too.
It's amazing the growth of the game, and you see those old pictures, and you see these beautiful stadiums that we're in now, and the fan experience, and smoking cigars and cigarettes. I've never seen a double fisting cigar-cigarette. That's new.
The two-hander.
Yeah, that's a serious celebration.
By the way, Bednarik played every snap of that game at center and at linebacker.
It's ridiculous.
He could play for your team any day, right? I mean, he's like unbelievable.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
Those tough elements, those guys back in the day, and again, now we have cold weather games and hand warmers and warm benches, and we got jet engines that are throwing out fuel and hot air to everybody. I could imagine back then, as the winter came and you're dealing with grass fields and it felt like cement, and you've got cleats that barely stick in the ground. It's an unbelievable brand of football for the men that paved the way for us current NFL players, and that we're all grateful for what they gave to this game. short throws early, and after 2 or 3, when that D-line slowed down, now you can get a few chunks. Get out of your hands.
Pressure with 3, and they get home. It's Nolan Smith. Again, his second sack of the day. And another Packers injury. Josh Myers is down. My goodness. Starting center. 2 guys on the line that barely played. Packers just banged up, and they're down by 12. They need a miracle now. Love stands in. We get a flag. He gets hit deep down the field. Eve comes back to get it and makes the catch. Well, let's see if it's going to count.
I think it's a holding, KB.
Holding. Offense, number 75. 10-yard penalty. Still second down.
Monk was set to come in. They brought Glover back in, so Monk never made it in, and they move Ryan to center. Now a bobble snap. Just get rid of it. Wilson has it, or Brooks has it, I should say, and more penalty flags. So talking about all these injuries, and the other part of it is Jacobs got dinged up near the end of this game too. And now Love is... Wow.
Legal man downfield.
Green Bay needs a lot of help. The Eagles trying to move on to the next round. A lot of the injuries, just a little too much for the Packers today. Cheerleader looking to add another, up by 12 with 2 minutes to go as a number 2 seed. So they hold on here. They get a home game next week against, well, it could be one of 3 teams. It could be Tampa if they win tonight. And if Washington wins, they'll play either Minnesota or the Rams. Here's Love, though, last gasp attempt. Going deep down the field into double coverage. It's intercepted! Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell, the 3rd pick of the day for Philly. His first NFL interception will seal it here in the wild card round.
Yeah, there's in desperation mode for Green Bay. You got to figure out how to get the ball down the field quickly, and there's triple covered back there. Bond chasing. Mitchell sees it before everybody else, goes up and makes a good catch. Trying to intend for Melton. The ball's so far underthrown. Mitchell's got a great place for it, but hasn't.
I was gonna say, how's Zach Baun 50 yards down the field as a middle linebacker? That's impressive.
He's always been able to run. He is a freak athlete. That's why he's played so well. We saw him moving downfield in the beginning of the game, in the pregame, and man, looks like he's adapted so well to this scheme. He certainly has for an all-pro, but he can flat out fly.
So they've picked off Jordan Love 3 times. The defense has been sensational. Offense has done just enough. And now it's Barkley looking for 2 more yards for a 100-yard game, and that'll do it. He's over 100. And looking to run this one out with 1:10 to go. Here's Barkley. Uh-oh! He's going to take a slide.
So quick.
That's a classy move because that was a home run ball. But Saquon will take a slide to officially end it.
I don't know if I'd have been as classy, just so you know.
I mean, that was... He usually gets one a game.
Probably all his teammates, look at him. All his teammates are saying, Saquon, what are you doing, man? Take that thing to the house. He's saying, no, I'm going to save it for next week.
He'll get it next week. First playoff win for Saquon Barkley's career. Well, actually, I correct that. He had one with the Giants. First playoff win in Philadelphia with his new team. And the Eagles going to beat the Packers 22-10. They're on to the divisional. Barkley, 119 rushing yards. Defense was sensational. Couple of sacks, 3 interceptions to Jordan Love, and the 2 seed advances, and they'll wait to see who they play. Coming up next, the State Farm postgame show. Eagles move on from Philly.